Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video I want to talk about some more information regarding Final Fantasy 15 as Famitsu did an interview with Hajime Tabata recently regarding certain key aspects of the game such as cut content, the glitches like the out of bounds videos we've been seeing, their plans for a PC version, and a couple of other details. Now of course we are borrowing this article from Nova Crystal, you guys know the deal. Go to the description of the video, go to their article, give them some hits, give them some love, that's how we do. But anyway, Final Fantasy 15 director Hajime Tabata wants a PC version with exclusive features like mod support. Now, calm down. I know a lot of people got pretty excited when we said that right now, but that's not something that's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months. This is like a really long-term goal that we're talking about right here. But he seems to really want it. Like, it's not just about getting it on PC because it's like the hip thing to do nowadays. It's a technical feat that with the way that 15 was designed would actually be quite incredible, or at least he feels it would be quite impressive for them to actually pull it off. I think it's cool. I'm not much of a modder myself. Final Fantasy 15 may be a game that I would go out of my way to make some videos for or something if they decided to add mod support for it. But it's interesting because there's a lot of things that have been attainable via glitches, and to think that those could actually be made into features with mods would be quite impressive. He wants to see it running on high-end machines and wants to have even things like making your own quests, which obviously could go into things like the Steam support and whatnot. So the ideas are good, but just there's no sign of it happening anytime soon. People think it's going to happen in like November of this year. I sincerely doubt it with the way that development is going for other key aspects of the game. I don't think this is any sort of major thing we'll see this year. On the next thing, they asked him straight up, is there cut content? And his answer was kind of ambiguous. He says that, was there any story content cut out of necessity? And he simply answers, not really. Now, he doesn't say no, he says not really. And to me, that speaks to the perspective of him. It's not that they cut story content out of necessity, meaning like they ran out of time. It's more along the lines of, like, I'd imagine at the very least, that when they got together and they redid everything, they had to take Nomura's 7 years of unfinished ideas and combine it into ultimately something they could complete in about a 3-year development span. Remember, the officially Final Fantasy 15 was only in development for 3 years, and the other 7 years is Nomura going, do I want to make it a musical? Do I want to make it a trilogy? I'm going to go work on Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, basically they overloaded him, and now he's got 7 Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh man, Nomura, they are really bullying you when it comes to the projects that they put you on and the demand for them to succeed. Anyway, moving on. He says, when asked specifically about the out-of-bounds tricks that people have been using, he talks about how that's just a map that's like unfinished with no sort of assets outside of the basic visual assets that you see there. And that, you know, if they wanted to make any of these areas mainly playable, it would probably take about a year for each area for them to make it fully explorable, at least in the main game itself as Noctis, and not something that maybe is being developed as part of the DLCs. Even Insomnia itself, if they wanted to make it fully explorable, again, even just Insomnia would probably take about a full year between art assets being created, you know, new areas being designed, quests being written and translated and voice acted and everything. It take a really long time, so I'm not too surprised by that, especially considering that the engine that Final Fantasy 15 runs on, not the best of engines, if I could say so myself. A few other comments that was made. Final Fantasy 15's virtual reality content is still in development, but no news on release. Tabata's thinking about ideas to cut down travel load times because he understands that while it's frustrating, there's also so much data that needs to be loaded. It's just a byproduct of that. But they have ideas, and they're going to see if they can do something about it. He'd like to make players able to basically drive completely free roam with the car, you know, like just off-road, like you don't have to stick to the roads or something like that. But he says that technically it'd be very hard to do. And finally, he realizes that there are fans who were disappointed with the story. He's had a lot of positive feedback as well, but we've already heard about this multiple times. Things like the episode DLCs enhancing it, them adding more enriching experiences towards the latter half of the game, and I can imagine we'll still be getting more lore and information regarding Final Fantasy 15 over the next several months and years. But anyway, wanted to share that article with you, that interview with Famitsu. Some interesting stuff coming out of there. Are you someone who's really waiting for Final Fantasy 15 to hit PC? And if so, would you do some mod support for it? Anyway, let me know that in the comment section of the video below. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for even more Final Fantasy 30th anniversary news, because I've got a lot of videos to record back to back to back. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.